guys, welcome back to the channel. Jimmy Flippin' Deals. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope sales are just chiming off the hook. I'll try to roll this window up a little bit to make some of y'all happy. But for those that don't know, I live in Texas. It's currently 105. So I don't have AC. There's got to be a happy medium in my life. I have, as of yesterday, an external mic, hoping that maybe that will help. It's noise dampening, everything else. So it's not by far the best one, but it was the one that the store had. So hopefully it's better. I think this is a work in progress. I know my life is a work in progress. So hopefully this mic sounds better than the phone mic. What I understand, I was watching how-tos as far as equipment on motorcycles, and there is one that they recommend for the helmets, which I will be taking y'all along more and more often with Piglet, my little Sportster. And y'all save your Sportster jokes for the comment section, okay? But anyways, I like my little Sportster. That's why I call her Piglet. It's a name of affection or adoration, or however you want to say that. I do have a couple things for y'all today. One of them was, the long and short of it is, I do believe that I allowed myself willingly to get scammed on a order. Just my belief that it happened. It wasn't the end of the world. I think it hit me for about $60-something when it all got said and done. But to give you a little backstory about me and my products, or my products and I, whichever one's proper, as I mentioned in previous videos, I buy predominantly new stuff that generally has clearance tags on it, and I've gone through a few different steps with that to try to get rid, first of all, of the adhesive residue that's left, right. Goof Off is a decent brand for that. However, and they're not paying me nothing, but not all inks are stable. So if you use that stuff, as time goes on, you'll run across things inevitably in the inopportune moment when you need it all to work right. That will be the product that is not steadfast on their inks, and when you hit it with Goof Off, boom, there goes everything, right? Luckily, it's never cost me money, but it's inspired me to do better, right? And then the second wave of attack on that adhesive was that after I peeled the tag off, right, I would put a clear piece of tape over it, because tape doesn't hurt anything, and it, if you didn't know, you're not gonna know, kind of deal. But that just, it's lackluster. It's like, what is that? It takes time. It's not a big deal. It does work. It is effective. However, in the hopes of looking for something better, I've come up with using my QR code on a label that is just a hair bigger than the majority of the clearance tags. And when I pull the old one off, if it's got residue, which it often does, then I take my little sticker and stick it right on top of it. And I've turned that issue, if you will, and that, what is that? It's got something on it. It's not clean. He bought it on clearance, and he's actually making money off of me, right? I've taken that and turned it into an advertising point that will send them back to my website should they desire to snap it with their phone and go there, right? So I do that on most products because most of them have clearance tags, right? And the benefit, the unknown or unrealized benefit when I came up with that is that I am also able to see that, yes, that's my product. I mean, it's right there, right? Well, I am a everything seller, and the particular product was goat probiotic. There's actually money in goat probiotic most of the time. And so go out and get you some, nevertheless, it is like a lot of things that you have to lot it up to get past the shipping price, because one of them is not cost effective, right? But anyway, I sold 17 jars of goat probiotic to a customer, and about 45 days after delivery on a 30-day money-back return scenario, he hits me up and he says, hey, I had a problem with 7 out of 17 jars either being as hard as a rock or moldy, whatever. There was issues with them, right? And if it would have been a shirt or anything else, I may have gave him the, sorry, sir, it's been 30 days or past 30 days. The return policy is 30 days. So it's yours. That kind of deal, maybe. I'm pretty flexible regardless. But on something like that, I can understand how you would not open each and every jar the moment you get it, right? That's kind of something that you work through, and I can understand him coming across later after the sale the questionable or possibly bad product. And I'm not above making mistakes. I know the product was new, but I have also found things at just about every store that should have been good and haven't been good in my lifetime. Whatever it may be, whether it's meat or milk or bread or whatever, you don't always get what you're paying for, what you think you're going to get, or what you should have gotten for the lifespan of it, right? So I'm not saying it's beyond impossible that the product was bad. It wasn't old, so I had my doubts on that side of it. But to err on the side of the caution, and the guy seemed straightforward. He sent me pictures of the product and everything else, and right before I was about, I had to think it over. I was at the store at the moment, and I needed to figure out what I was going to do with it in general, whether I'm going to do something, whether I'm going to do nothing, right? And I want to take care of the customer hands down every time, if at all possible. But at the same time, there are people that scam you on things, right? So I'm getting ready I've decided I'm going to refund him or offer him a refund on the affected items. I hit him up. I said, hey, man, first, sorry. Not sorry, but I apologize. I'm not sorry in the sense of character, right? But in the sense of business, I apologize for the experience that you had. And I want to make it right. The simple math of it is that 41% of your order was affected. So in my thought process, the reasonable thing to do would be to comp your 41% of your order, 41% of your shipping, and everything. Right before I was about to do that, I got to looking at the pictures, and I don't see one QR code. Not one of my QR codes are on any one of these products. And, it's possible that there wasn't stickers on it, so I never put my stickers on it. But when I shipped those out, I remember there being my stickers on them. I remember that. So I was at the point of, hey, do I stir this pot? Do I open this can of worms Do I call a spade what I think is and possibly be wrong? Do I open this can of worms and start this fight where I tell the guy, girl, I don't remember, that I question the validity of his statements? Do I call him a liar? You know, hey, you sold me junk. Yeah, you're full of bull. Do I want to open that can of worms? And I decided I do not. So regardless of whether or not I believe, rightfully or wrongfully, that I'm being scammed, I went ahead and refunded just like I had planned on, just as if it had been 100% authentic claim. I went ahead and erred on the side of judgment and decided to pick the battles that are important. And this 41%, 60 something dollars, right at $60, was not worth calling a customer, rightfully or wrongfully, dishonest. It just wasn't. So yeah, let me know what you would have done. That's what I felt was overly right, or at least right. And yeah, let me know, because I'm curious. Would you have opened that can of worms? Would you have started that fight? I didn't want to. Now, in all honesty, part of me realized that I am still within the feedback time frame of eBay, you know, so that had something to do with my decision. But also, it's not a good look for the business to call people at the drop of a hat, fraudulent, right? If I sell you a medium, and I know it's a medium because I verified the barcode and the tag on the way out the door, and you send me a large bag, that's a little bit different, right? This wasn't the case. I'm 95% sure those had tags on them, my little QR code tags when I sent them out, but I wasn't 100%, so I went with it. As far as the new subscribers, very, very cool. As far as the old subscribers, totally awesome. Absolutely awesome. I appreciate y'all enjoying the stuff that you're getting, and I look forward as time goes on to making the sound better. So I hope this little mic is a step in the right direction. I guess we'll find out in the editing. Y'all let me know if it's better. I'm going to take a listen too. I know one thing that has not helped is my free video editing software just started charging for noise reduction. So that is not lovely. Apparently I got to fix it on my side rather than, post production. So y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one, all right? Bye.